we set up the same process we did in the previous example. I'll ask you guys to step me through it, doing the same things, and I'll ask decisions when needed. What's my first step? What do I do first? Okay, so even first, I just want to set this up at the top so I remember what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that form of equation. And so I'm setting up equations, and so what do I do with that? Sub what?
Your x.
Okay, so I'll take my first one here, x equals 2. I'm going to find what is the function at 2. So what do I write?
A bracket 2 bracket squared plus bracket 2 plus c.
Awesome. Okay, now what does that function at 2 equal?
3.
3, that's the y value, that's right. So 3 equals, and I'll simplify this, 4a plus 2b plus c. Okay, that is my first equation. Right, what's my next one? So it's a function at 1. A brackets 1 all squared plus b brackets 1 plus c, and that equals -4. And that's a plus b plus c. So that is my equation number 2. And my third one, I'll just go through this one now. F at -1 equals a -1 all squared plus b -1 plus c, and that's equal to 12 is a minus b plus c. And that equals number 3. Okay, so I've now got my 3 starting equations. And unlike the first one, all 3 of those starting equations have A, B, and C in them. Okay? Previously we had one that was just C, it made it much easier. So now I'm going to work through, and I've got to cancel out one of the variables, or even 2 of the variables in one go. Can you see somewhere where I might be able to cancel out 2 of the variables or 1 of the variables in one go? Sorry? That will cancel out B. There's even a better way to do it than that. Like that's a good step. But looking at these 2, we've got A and C and C. I can actually subtract 2, take away 3. That'll get rid of both 2 and 3 in that go. Okay. Let's go through the other way first, because I just want to say that would be a really good step to go through, because you could get something with just equal to B to start, which is awesome. But let's go through and let's do the other way first to see kind of where we go from there. So I'm going to say number 2 plus number 3. And again, I'm doing this because we won't always have that -1, 2. So number 2 plus number 3. So Jacob's saying we've got a b here and a negative b here, so if I add those 2 together, that's great, because I'll cancel out the b's. And so what do I get? -4 plus 12 equals 8 equals 2a, because that's a plus a. B's cancel out, c plus c, 2c. Sorry? Add the 2 equations together. That's what's called elimination mechanism in those equations, when you add 2 equations together. And again, if you add the left-hand side to the left-hand side, down here, right-hand side, like, absolutely. As long as you add the sides together, that's fine. I can simplify that. I can divide everything by 2. Can we see that? So 4 equals A plus C. Right. Can't do anything more. That's equation number 4. Okay, so I'm left now with 2 variables. What I need to do now is to get another equation created that ends up with the same 2 variables, then I'll solve those 2 simultaneously. Okay? So I need to work out another way. I've used 2 and 3 to get this one.
1 and 2?
So I need to use either 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. It doesn't matter which ones. I need to use 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, and again, cancel out the b's from those. And so let's have a look up here. I've got 1, 4a plus 2b plus c, and I've got this one here, a plus b plus c. Let's try that. Let's try putting 1 and 2 together to get rid of the b's. Now let's this time use a different method. Let's use the substitution method to get rid of b's. So to get rid of the b's using substitution, I make b the subject of this equation. Okay? And so, I write that down as a step. So make b the subject of 2. And so that becomes b equals, I'm just going to write that, -4 minus a minus c. Okay, so I'm just going to write that one down. Have a look at that one later if you guys want to make sure that you know how I've got that. But I've just moved everything to the other side. So it's -a on the other side, -c on the other side. So that's equation number 5. And then I sub 5 into, now I've used equation 2 to come up with the new equation that I can use here. Again, we've got lots of equation numbers going here. I want to say this really clear so we're sure. I've used 2 and 3 to come up with this one. So I've got to use 2, like a different combination to come up with one over here that's going to go with this one. And so if I've got 2 here, if I sub this into 3, I'm just using the same 2 to come up with one there, and that doesn't work. I end up with getting no B. So I've got to sub this one into number 1. Okay, it's really important that I combine 2 and 1. And even though I've called this one 5, 5 is just a rearrangement of number 2. Okay, so I'm really subbing 2 and I'll combine 2 and 1 together. So I'm going to sub 5 into 1. So, how do I write that out? Someone talk me through that one. Maybe Isaac, what are we going to do? How do I sub that into number 1? What do I write? So all I'm doing when I'm subbing is I'm just replacing any B here with all of this. So everything else stays the same. So I start by writing 3 equals 4a, because again there's no change. Now it changes here. Plus 2, what do I write? So I'm going to replace that B with all of that. So I literally just use a bracket and I just write it in. And then I'll expand it. Okay? Then I'll expand it later. Okay, so I've just written in the place of that B in equation number 1, what B equals from equation number 5. And you can see already now, B's are gone. And that's the point. I want to get rid of the B's, so I can now combine this one, once I've simplified it, with this one, because I've now got A and C in both. So let's go through and simplify it. What can I do to simplify? I'm going to get rid of a bracket. So what does it become? Minus A.
Minus 2a minus 2c plus c.
Okay, now I just put things together. I've got a 4a minus 2a, so that's 2a. I've got a negative 2c plus a c, that's a minus c. Let's move the numbers to this side, minus 8. When I move it over here, it's a positive 8, and it's 11. Okay, so that's the simplification of that. Now I've got equation number 6, that I can combine with equation number 4 and cancel out a pronumeral. What can I do? What can I cancel out? So how am I going to do it? Let's add the equations together. Can everyone see that? I've got a positive c here. I've got a minus c here. If I add the 2 equations together, gets rid of the c's. That's what I want. So let's add 4 and 6. What do I write down? Aaron. I'm going to add 4 and 6. What do I write down?
15.
Yep, 15.
Equals 3A
3a.
plus,
That's it, and that's what we want. We want to get rid of the c's. Awesome. So 15 equals 3a, so a equals 5. Fantastic, we've got our first pronumeral sorted out. Okay? From there, it's just now a method of going through and adding them back into things that are nice and easy to work out. So I look at this, I go, oh, fantastic. I've got a equals 5. I've got a nice easy equation over here to put a equals into a into so I can work out what c is. And so I sub a equals 5 into 4. And I come up with 4 equals 5 plus c, therefore c equals -1. Got my next one, awesome. Last one, let's now sub both of those. I've got a equals 5, I've got c equals -1. Let's put it into, let's say, this one here. In fact, let's put it into this one here, because there's a positive b. So I'm going to sub a equals 5. And c equals -1 into which equation is that? Number 2. And so it's -4 equals 5 plus b minus 1. Move the 5 to this side, it becomes -9. Move the -1, it becomes -8. -8 equals b. Fantastic. I've now got my 3 pronumerals. How do I finish off the question? Just write it out. This one here with all those things in there. Therefore, function of x equals a is 5, 5x squared. B is -8, -8x. C is -1. -1. Done.